Do I have any tips for endings? My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. I have one really big tip that I rely on for endings, and that is that your hook should mirror your resolution. And so we're looking at your character at the beginning of the story and where they are at the end of the story, and they should be opposites to some degree. And if they're not opposites, then they should be like a mirror, like a flip of one another. And this can be something physical and external, but usually it's going to be something more internal. It is going to be about a change that they made internally, their humanity and who they are as a person, their emotional status. These examples come from a class in which I teach the 6 stages of self-editing, and one of those stages is a character edit. And so you're going to see I come back to these same examples often because I already have the slides made up, and so I'm not doing the work over and over again. But if we look at Tony Stark at the beginning of the story, he is posing like Jesus Christ in front of his killing machines, in which he is going to save humanity with bombs somehow. And then at the end of his story, he's the literal savior of humanity. He uses just a thought to not kill, but to bring everybody back from the dead. So he goes from posing as the savior, in which he's going to destroy, and actually being the savior by resurrecting. Rose Dawson DeWitt starts off as a socialite trapped in an abusive relationship. Outwardly, she looks like she has everything, but she is very, very trapped. At the end of the story, she is single, she is alone, she has no network, she is poor, she is penniless, she has escaped the cage, and she's going to have to do everything on her own. Simba at the beginning cannot wait to be king because he is going to boss everybody around, and no one's going to be able to tell him what to do, and no one's going to be able to stop him from going wherever he wants to go and doing whatever it is that he wants to do. And in the end, he does become king, but he realizes that it's not about bossing people around. It's about being a servant to your people, and it's about being part of the community and doing what is best for them, not just whatever you want all the time. Scarlett O'Hara starts the story in which she is a 16-year-old girl who thinks that marriage is a game that she is going to win. And at the end of the story, she is a twice widowed divorcee who is going to have to stand on her own for the first time in her life. And she feels confident that she can do it. She doesn't need that game of marriage anymore. So if you, like this original commenter, are saying that the endings are the things that you are the most stuck at, the things that you don't know what to do with, look at who your character is at the beginning. What is the arc that you have them on? And if you have a story that you feel really good about and you feel really happy with other than the ending, take a look at what your midpoint is also. Because your character at the beginning should be reactive. They are running from something. They are not making decisions because they want to, but more because they have to. And somewhere around the midpoint of the story, that will change. They will start making decisions, and they might even be the same ones. They might stay on the same path that they were from the beginning, but they are now making those decisions because they want to. They're no longer running from something, they are running towards something. Even if that something puts them in the same place that they were always going to, it changes the way they are doing it and the reasons for they are doing it. So if you know your beginning and if you know your midpoint, so therefore you know who your character is at the beginning, you know who it is they want to be, you know what forces them to change, and you understand who they are and why they start changing in the middle of the story, you should have a pretty good sense of what that arc is going to look like. And then you just need to figure out how to actually get them into that place. But now you know exactly what the outcome is that you want, and so you're going to have a much better sense of what they need to go through in order to experience that and in order to come out as that character that you want at the end of the story.